I wrote in Sports Illustrated that all thoroughbred horses are descended from 3 Arabian stallions. Everybody who plays football quarterback is descended from Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas will have to go down as one of the very few truly great football players. He revolutionized quarterbacking because his skills and his techniques were just better than the previous men who played the position.
I used to be in the backyard playing Joe and Johnny.
When I was in high school, I wore black high tops. I had those black high tops because Johnny U wore them. And I just, I wanted to be Johnny Unitas.
It's the horseshoes on the helmet. It's the little funny face mask he wore. It was the black high tops.
The black high tops, the crew cut, the bow legs, standing there taking beating and get the ball off.
When I think of Johnny Unitas, besides the haircut, the high top shoes and all that, I never realized how good a feet and the positions he got himself to throw, how good he did. And I go, wow, who was teaching this guy?
Add pioneer to the adjectives for Johnny U.
John, without doubt, did the things first that changed the evolution of the passing game, which changed the evolution of football, even pass protection and defenses, because of the quick strike capability in the passing game.
The 3-step drop, the 5-step drop, the timing route, the 2-minute offense. I mean, Johnny U not only invented these things, he perfected these things, and that's really the sign of greatness.
How he held the ball, how he got his feet under him when he threw the football every time, how when he let it go, he was always in the right positions, and don't wonder he could throw all those passes and be on target and was so good for such a long period of time.
Smooth and got a great release, and just sort of someone that if you're going to model yourself after, you would like to do.
In my era when I played, Unitas was the guy that you sort of patterned yourself.
I tried to emulate Johnny Unitas, and I'd get hunched over and I'd drop back and I'd have that, and I'd try to throw the same way, get that overtop delivery, the way John threw.
John was the innovator of the total commitment to timing and perfection of the route systems.
Out left, split right, zone pass right, on one, ready?
He really was the genesis of a precision, timed passing game. Scripting the first 15 plays so that everybody knows. Well, we were scripting things long before Coach Walsh.
He would have made a tremendous coach just by watching what he did, because it took 30 years before coaches and other players learned to do what he did.
There never had been anything like it before. Now we look back and we say, that's the way a quarterback should look. Unitas taught us this new figure, this quarterback. I'd even go back and say he was the Babe Ruth figure. Ruth was an original. Unitas was an original.
I studied him in an effort to raise my capacities. I think he's right there at the top because of what he did and the time that he did it.
Maybe it was the moment. Maybe you couldn't have that today because the position's already been created. It's been created by Johnny Unitas. And so that sort of native ability to create is something that nobody can ever do again in the same way that Johnny Unitas did it. He was an original. He was sui generis. And I don't think that the myth, the legend, exceeds the reality one bit.